We got ourselves the boys on team 1 and team 2. Team 2, we got ourselves Kragar coming in as a Fury Warrior with. We got ourselves Khan as an Arms Warrior with Steak as a Steak as a Feral Druid. Please be out of cat from Militia Dueling fam. We got ourselves Nova as a Shadow Priest and Alfuera as a Demon Hunter. Steak be out of Druids be out of form unless you're dueling. Boomkins can stay. Boomkins are fine because they don't give any buffs while in booming form. Kryzer on the other team with Tasty in the back. We got A-Bomb with Jesse as a boomy, and that's going to be first Death Knight of today. Alistair getting slammed down with a Stormbolt by Khan, who's going to go for a big defensive play, popping in defensive stance. Avatar Blade Storm staying in defensive stance, not popping out of defensive stance into offensive stance, into battle stance to get some damage out. Still doing some big stabs onto Alistair. Goes for the freeze with the Dragon Legendary, and Khan popping off a trinket with a parry versus Alistair, who's going to go for a very defensive play with a Dark Pack. The hand is out. The baby hand for the Meljax's Covenant is out. It's going for a stone to Khan. It is the yard. Khan has enough health to maybe survive it. Both of them are super low. It looks like Khan goes down with Alistair getting that final hit at the end. Does have a ghoul, can sacrifice the ghoul for the heal, but couldn't do it fast enough. Where what's the name? Nina Vrach. Oh, Nina Nurse. Nina. Okay, we got Nina in here popping up with a big Shadow Word Death, taking out the Death Knight, not giving him really an opportunity to play, but it's gonna come down to him and Jesse as a balanced druid, popping off as a boomkin form behind Nina into an immediate fear by the Shadow Priest. As soon as he sees the druid, is going to get the dots with a Mind Blast. Jesse is playing Kyrian, so he'll be able to deal with this Shadow Word, not Shadow Word Death, Devouring Plague pretty easily. Mind Games coming out for Nina. Jesse might just want to go for it. Maybe, I don't even know if you want to go for defensive play. You just end up hurting yourself, as the Mind Games did make that a defensive heal go in the opposite direction. Jesse almost bursting himself down. If Nina had him low enough, it actually would have been game. Doorway of Shadows for the Shadow Priest around the corner does not get the CCO to Jesse, and Jesse just tried to get some paw action as a Feral, trying to mostly stay away from Nina. Nina just sees a little bit more globals. Just say this caster 2 DPs coming down. Jesse, do you have the heal? It looks like they might have burned the heal from the Kyrian. And Jesse tried to see if he could turn around to some damage, try to get the Starfires off. Gonna be silenced by Nina. Jesse trinking it out of the silence. Going for the Instacast. Nina might have to look out for Dispersed Stone onto Jesse though. Should be able quite a lot of damage and with those DPs. Should be quite a bunch. Jesse getting hit with an Execute at the end with a Shadow Word Death. Didn't even have to go for a Mind Games. Who is up next on the other team? We got ourselves A-Bomb as an Unholy Death Knight. No trinket for this man. Or maybe playing Relentless because he is a human. Got himself in the Maldraxxus Covenant. The shield is up. Nina trying to make sure they are max range from the DK to at least get some dots or some sort of CC onto A-Bomb from afar. And that's going to be a Shadow Crash missing A-Bomb as the pet dives in into a fear into A-Bomb. Does get out of it with a Lichborn. That's going to be Nina. She's going for Shackle Undead. Almost getting it off. Actually does get that off. A-Bomb with a Lichborn. You are undead for the time being. So that's a free stun for Nina. I don't even know if it's on DR, but A-Bomb was CC'd at the beginning. Mind Games coming out, can't interrupt it. A-Bomb is going to do some damage to himself or healing to Nina. Nina popping off big dams as a Shadow Priest. Full burst. I didn't even see them send the Power Infusion. Big haze, big dam. And the DK just couldn't even do anything. That's so much of that team just getting knocked out with Nina stealing the first kill on a Death Knight. But securing a full-on kill on the next one, the Shadow Priest just make it look way too easy. Nina up versus Kryzer. Gonna be a succubus CC for Kryzer, so he might be able to get himself a good positional with a Cataclysm opener onto Nina. With a Shadowfield Raptor, does go for a Greater Fate, missing the stun, going for a stun to Kryzer. It's gonna be a human racial for that one. It's gonna be silence off of that Death Coil, and the Death Coil was tricketed by Nina, so trinkets have been burned by the Horde. Kryzer trying to get some damage in with an Infernal. Going for a port away is going to be Warlock Hell stuff for this. Does get the Night Fate dot, the Soul Rod onto Nina. which is putting quite a bit of pressure, but the DP onto Kreiser should keep him alive. Kazeball does go through. He does send it. VTs are coming out onto all the pets with some Shadow Mends. We are not even dampening, so Nina should be able to get full-blown heals for now. Kreiser trying to secure a Cataclysm around the corner. Looks like he might have been able to. Nina actually popping off the Vampiric Embrace. Lots of damage she's putting out on both the Demon as well as Kreiser. It's gonna allow him that self-healing. Can actually play kind of aggressive. Mortical sending him in a direction as he wanted to go for a gateway. Short stun onto Kreiser with a Void Eruption. That's going to be Void Form available, but the Succubus CC stops him in place. Kreiser trying to land a Chaos Bolt while out of that Succubus CC into a stun. Does not land it. Silences Nina, pushing forwards at Kreiser. Should be a lot of DPs available. Greater Fade against Kreiser's cast into a Fear. Kreiser's actually under a lot of pressure. Does he wall this? Shadow Crash hits him. Wall comes out. Death coming in. That's going to be Shadow Crash, but I think Kreiser just dotted up too much. I don't know if he might be able to recover from this. So far, he's surviving, but needs one more global from Nina. It's going to be over. Drain live for Kreiser, trying to see if he can stay alive, but the dots are melting him way too much, and Nina taking him out with Tasty. Last one left on that team, playing the Maldraxxus Elemental Shaman, changing up the Covenant from Aventhyr to Maldraxian. I think trying to go for a bunch of lava bursts. It's going to be Meteor onto Nina from afar as the pet is doing quite significant damage as we finally diving into the dampener. It's going to be slow and a stun on one hand on the other before Nina is going to go for Greater Fate. Tasty pushing in. Going to be a silence on the Tasty. Trinkets out of it. Trying to go for big zaps. Lightning Lasso. Nina is going to go for Disperse as they are low. Might as well go for Disperse right now. Get that health caught up. Tasty recovering with a self-heal. So actually might be a self-heal caster duel here. Tasty knocking down Nina. Big damage coming out for him. Nina tried to pour back up onto Tasty. Does not get the CC with the Venthyr teleport. And Tasty is trying to avoid Nina's Void Eruption for now. Throwing out one meatball into an Earthshock. Nina getting quite a bit of damage back to Tasty though. Into a pet stun with the Earth Elemental, but a stun back to Tasty. Mind games, and Tasty's going to put himself under a lot of pressure. Nina either was going to have Tasty help kill himself or heal Nina. Tasty goes in for a Lightning Lasso. At least he sees Nina for a moment, and there goes a bit of that health recovery as we're hitting the first 10% dampener game here, boys. Only 6 minutes 40 into this game. But still, Nina is holding on strong. It's going to be Big Stormkeeper. Probably has a Greater Fate. Might want a Greater Fate. Tasty does not burn the Lightning Bolts just yet. Trying to see if he might have line inside of Nina. That's going to be Nina going for the Goblin Rachel just to get away. Tasty still trying to get a good angle on it. Has Lightning Bolt in his hand. Cannot go for it. That's going to be a silence on the Tasty with DPs by Nina. It does go for the Dark Iron Rachel. He's going to put himself in a horror effect. Lasso onto Nina. No more Lightning Bolts. I think only got one off. Maybe two. I'm pretty sure one though. Stun onto Tasty. Nina should be able to get the dots up and running. Mind Game's gonna put Tasty again another pressure. Does get a shield from going one of the soul binds from the Maldraxxus Necrolords. That's gonna be greater or not Greater Fade. I was about to say Greater Fade. Grounding Totem. And Nina I think was going for it. Hopefully not stuns onto Tasty. Otherwise the Ground Totem would have had him. I wish we could see this stun, the Psychic Horror on the toolbar for his ability. It's gonna be a big Totem coming down with a Sky Fury. A lot less of a Tasty. Might be able to get some damage in. Hasn't been a pretty even fight between Tasty and Nina. Nina going in for an offensive silence. Does not get the dots off of that. That was a Greater Fate used in order to catch up to Tasty too. And Nina having to go behind under the bridge, recover a little bit. Tasty looking to jump down under and go maybe for a Lava Burst to Stormkeeper available. Does Nina have a defensive? They do have a Disperse if necessary. Maybe have some CC to follow with that. That's going to be Lightning Bolt 1 as Nina tried to play very, very defensive. Going to be a big damage available for Nina. Haze Buff getting purged by Tasty. Wall coming out for the Shaman as he still has one more zap available. Nina get a hit in a Lasso. That's going to be a Disperse available. Tasty did have to wall the damage coming out for Nina. And maybe Nina has a CC to get aggressive right now. Going to be slows for Tasty. Immediately try to keep the Shadow Priest at bay. Fleshcraft coming out for Tasty. Give himself a little bit of a buffer for his shield. Silence on Tasty as the Fire Elemental is out. Does drop down a Meteor onto Nina. Doesn't look like it did the most damage. That's going to be an Elemental Blaster on the corner for Tasty. Elemental Blast is a very interesting choice, by the way. I don't really know if he meant to play Elemental Blast this duel. Maybe that is the PvE talent. But it's going to be right there, Nina and the Fire Ellie just dueling one another. Not even dueling the Shaman anymore. 9 minutes into this duel, 24% dampener. It's either going to be Nina taking it in a technical 1v5, but really a 1v4. Tasty getting hit with a stun, or maybe it's going to be Tasty breaking through the barrier that is Nina. Trinket's out of that last, so looking to jump under right after Tasty. Void Eruption is available. Trying to get a Stormkeeper up and running. Greater Fate to dodge one of the lightning bolts. Going to be mad defenses for Nina. It looks like with the Vampiric Embrace that we're able to embrace the Void and cap out that win for Team Kragar. Only, I'd still say 4. Wrong talents? Yo, I saw Tasty. We were dropping down the Elemental Blast. I was thinking to myself, that's probably the wrong talents. I feel like that would have been a lot better. Is that our traces the wrong talents? Okay, sounds good. You have a rating few? That's all fine, my dude. That's fine, my man. We got Hannah's coming back in.